September the 1st, the year 2020, from the book titled Wrath of Angels, The American Abortion War by James Risen and Judy L. Thomas, page 130. And my question to you as I read this is, does this sound familiar? Reagan easily seduced Falwell and other evangelical leaders who were still naive about politics and the limits of their power and influence. As Reagan entered office in 1981, evangelicals and other abortion activists were convinced they now had a man in the White House who would lead the fight against Roe versus Wade and abortion. The Reagan administration soon crushed the anti-abortion movement's high expectations. Once the Reagan White House found how easy it was to take evangelicals and anti-abortion activists for granted, they were never going over to the Democrats. Administration officials realized they could get away with offering them table scraps. The Reagan White House mastered the art of policy symbolism, the use of marginal steps that could placate activists without antagonizing mainstream voters. Reagan gave the anti-abortion movement a few prominent appointments. Among the most controversial was naming C. Everett Koop Surgeon General in 1981. A handful of other Reagan appointees tried to use their positions to chip away at abortion, but their acts were little more than symbolic, such as stripping abortion coverage from federal employee health insurance and demoting bureaucrats who continued openly to support abortion rights. These marginal battles generated headlines, but the Reagan administration early on decided that it would not stake the presidency on an all-out assault on Roe versus Wade. And any hope that Congress might take the lead was crushed in 1983 when a constitutional amendment that would have returned the abortion issue to the states was defeated in the Senate. In hindsight, it is now clear that the defeat of the amendment sponsored by Senator Orrin Hatch, a Utah Republican, marked the last time that Washington seriously considered outlawing abortion. The defeat gave the Reagan White House a handy excuse for not pushing to end abortion. Congress would not go for it. When activists began to grow restless with the White House inaction, Reagan aides launched a targeted marketing campaign to shore up conservative support before the 1984 election, highlighted by the publication of Abortion and the Conscience of the Nation, an impassioned anti-abortion essay issued under Ronald Reagan's name. However, it was Reagan's Supreme Court appointments that angered activists the most. The movement had counted on Reagan to change the balance of power on the court enough to overturn Roe. But his first appointment, Sandra Day O'Connor, in 1981, infuriated anti-abortion leaders. They not only were deeply suspicious of her position, but also saw the appointment as a sign that Reagan was not going to make overturning Roe his top priority in judicial appointments. By 1987, after the nomination of conservative Robert Bork failed and moderate Anthony Kennedy was named in his place, Reagan's final chance to overturn Roe through judicial appointments was gone. My question to you is, do you think the current Trump administration is doing anything but symbolic actions and symbolic speeches regarding abortion in America? Are they placating you with marginal, symbolic acts in order to maintain your support, but in effect, nothing really ever changes because the baby killing in Planned Parenthood buildings goes on across this country every single day? But hey, he gave a good speech, didn't he? He talks the talk, don't he? Yeah. Okay, you continue to talk about symbolic acts of marginal action that doesn't really ever change anything, and that's why you're supporting this man and the administration. That's fine. If you don't learn from history, you're destined to repeat it.